If you've already watched part 1, welcome back. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and bookmark it because it's packed with 7 of the simplest yet most powerful habits that I have seen turn marriages around. But today we're diving into the final 6, and let me tell you, this is where things get even deeper. From protecting your connection to knowing when the fight isn't actually about your spouse, these next habits are the difference between a marriage that's just sort of getting by or surviving and one that's truly doing well and thriving. So let's get into it, starting with habit number 8. Here's habit number 8 for a strong marriage. Know when it's your stuff. Not every reaction belongs to your spouse. Did you know this? Sometimes it's stress, sometimes it's an old wound, other times it's just you and I having a bad day, plain and simple. Why does that matter? Because when you pause and you ask the question, is this about me or is this about them? You can stop unnecessary conflict from happening. And you show up from a place of emotional maturity. So take the pause and know when it's your stuff. Habit number 9 for a strong relationship, reach out just because. Not because it's date night, not because it's y'all's anniversary, not because it's somebody's birthday. This is when you just reach out just because. You send the text, you give each other a long hug, you write a little note that says, hey, I was just thinking about you. That's all. Why does this matter? Because it's the small random gestures that keep the connection alive. They say, without you needing to say as much, you still matter to me right here, right now, right where we are. You used to do this all the time when you first got together. Remember? We all did. Don't worry. We just need to get back to that. Reach out to the one you married. Reach out to the one you love. Just because. Habit number 10 for a strong marriage, create sacred time for just the two of you. Not shared with the kids, not distracted by your phones, not squeezed in between one meeting and another. Just the two of you. Why? Because what you don't protect with your time, you'll slowly start to lose. And you may already be losing. You may already be there. And if that's where you are, you know that I'm right. Sacred time keeps you rooted. It keeps you focused, connected, and intentional. Protect it like your life depends on it. In a world that constantly pulls your attention in every which direction, sacred time protects that connection with your spouse. It says, this relationship, what you and I have, matters enough to me to schedule it. It matters enough that I make time for it. And whether it's 10 minutes a day or it's an hour a week, this consistent, intentional time together is what strengthens love and intimacy and keeps couples connected. Habit number 11 for a healthy marriage, celebrate your wins. Here's the truth. If you're only ever talking about what's wrong, marriage starts to inevitably feel like one long performance review. You need to pause and celebrate what's going right. Did you two get through a stressful week without snapping at each other? That's a win. Celebrate that. Did your spouse finally fix the leaky faucet or survive the week with the kids while you were gone? That's a win on both counts. Celebrate that too. You are building something together, and acknowledging those small but real victories helps you both remember that you're actually on the same team. Because when you cheer each other on, connection grows stronger. There's no way around it. So take the moment, send the text acknowledging the wins, raise a toast at dinner if you want to, celebrate the win, even if it's just, we made it through Tuesday. Yay us. Here's habit number 12 for a strong marriage. Say what you need and say it without guilt. Despite what you heard growing up, you're not too much, you're not a burden, you just have needs, just like anybody else walking on this planet. So say what you need, say it clearly, say it kindly, but don't keep it inside. Why? Because silence like that, that's what builds resentment. But honest words from one spouse to another, an honest ask, that's what can build the connection that you've been craving. Here's habit number 13 for a strong relationship. Do check your tone, not just your words. Your words say one thing, your tone says another. If they don't match up, your spouse won't be able to hear it. Why does it matter? Because when there's discrepancy between the what and the how, the words and the tone, whether you know this or not, you're no longer building trust with one another. You're actually breaking it in the process. So speak with kindness, say it in the way that you'd want it said to you. How many times have you heard your parents say to one another, that tone, watch your tone, it's the tone, right? It's not what you're saying, it's the tone. So watch that with your spouse and check your tone before you open your mouth. Those are the 13 habits, ones that I've seen transform marriages again and again. None of them are flashy, but if you do them consistently, they create trust, they create connection, and they create safety. And they create a relationship in the end that doesn't just survive, but it thrives. So start with one, just one. Pick one, anyone. Make it the thing that you're going to work on with all your might for the next 2 weeks. And then put a reminder on your calendar, come back and pick the next one. Add one at a time. Don't make the common mistake that a lot of people make. Don't try to add all of them at the same time. That's why New Year's resolutions, they rarely work. You come back, you pick one at a time, and then you keep doing that with all of them until you're through, while watching your relationship with your spouse change right in front of your eyes. And if you want to go deeper, make sure that you subscribe. I talk about this kind of thing all the time. Real advice for real marriages, real time. That way you can really make it work in your favor, both in your life and in your marriage. You got this. And your marriage, if nobody's ever said this to you yet, it's worth it.